Hey guys, this is going to be a tutorial on how to do a goldfish cracker out of polymer clay. I'm sorry if there's some background noise in this video. My roommate came home and she's watching television, so yeah. So this is going to be kind of easy. The only two things you're going to need are some orange clay. This is like the exact color that that goldfish are. It's sweet potato from Sculpey. And then any card or something with a blunt edge that you can make marks with. So, okay, let's get started. Okay, so also I forgot to mention, you might want to use a reference. I'm using my iPhone, and I'm going to be using that little picture in the corner and looking at it to see if I'm doing things right. If you want your things to look realistic, it's probably most wise to use a reference most of the time if you're not really sure what something looks like from memory. So you're just going to condition your clay, and I'm going to do this in two pieces. So I'm going to pluck off a little piece. One piece is going to be bigger than the other. So this is going to be the piece that I'm going to use for the body part. And the body part is just really simple. It's really just an oval. So just roll out your clay until you have a little oval, and you're just going to squish it down. These are not going to be just like the crackers, because obviously the crackers are kind of puffy, but that's really hard to accomplish with polymer clay, especially if you're trying to keep it simple. So now you have this little shape right here. You can make this as big or as small as you want. I'm making mine big so that you can see on the camera. Okay, so now you're going to work with the tail. The tail is kind of a harder part, I think. It's a split, like, you know what a fish tail looks like. It's a split piece, so you're going to have to make a shape similar. Just take a ball of clay, kind of flatten it, and pinch the sides, or the end is what I mean. Pinch the end until it's separated like this. Kind of like if you saw my Easter cookie tutorial, the bunny head. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So now you have a shape kind of like that. Now, it wouldn't be wise just to stick these two pieces together because they don't really fit that well, obviously. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut off. First I'm going to flatten the tail a little bit because that's a little bit too puffy. Flatten the tail out. And then I'm going to cut off a little bit, or yeah, about that much, so that you still have your little tail. It's just shorter, you know, so you have that still. And then I'm going to cut off a piece of the end of the oval, so more like this. Now you can fit these two pieces together because they both have like smooth edges or smooth sides, so you can fit them together like this. And then what you're just going to do is you're going to smooth out, or stick them together first of all, make sure they're adhered to one another. And then you're just going to take your finger and you're just going to smooth out all of those creases so it looks like one piece. This is going to be a very tedious task. Don't worry, it's okay. If your fish gets misshapen, just shape it back. It would probably be better if you would just set it down on your tile like I'm doing. Set it down on the tile flat and just use your finger to smooth those little incisions and stuff out. And keep flattening it down, keep shaping it back into a fish shape. This is the same kind of concept as when you were making the milk cartons, you know? You have to smooth away the creases. Okay. So now I have a little bit of like black or something on mine. I don't know where that came from, but oh well, I'm not even using black. But anyway, now you have a shape kind of like this. Granted, it's not exactly the same as real goldfish crackers. It doesn't really look exactly the same, but it's similar. And if you want, you can take the end of a toothpaste, what am I talking about? Paintbrush, couldn't remember the word for that, and take the end and just kind of stick it in there to kind of create that fishtail effect if you're having some trouble achieving that. So like that. And you're going to flatten it out. After all, it is a cracker. Okay, so now you have that. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my card, and goldfish have a smile. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just reshape. Kind of got kind of distorted when I did that with the paintbrush. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now I'm going to take my card and I'm just going to draw a smile on the fish. And the reason why I'm using the card is because if you look at a real goldfish cracker, actually I don't like that. I'm going to do the other side. If you look at a goldfish cracker, it kind of has that blunted look about the face. That's why I'm using a card. If you draw it on with like something sharp, it's not going to look exactly the same. Probably because they're all cut from the same mold, but anyway. Just going to draw a smile. Okay. And so yeah, there's my smile. And I wouldn't use a needle tool for the eye, but I am going to use something thinner. I have a thin paintbrush right here. It's not very, very thin, but it's thinner than other things. I'm just going to put the little eye on there. So now you have a goldfish cracker. If you want, actually, you can probably do this. I don't have anything to make this texture right now, but you could take something like a texture and make it textured so that it will look more like a cracker. But if you like that smooth effect, actually goldfish have a smile on each side, but since I messed up this side, I'm just gonna do it on one. But yeah, that's your goldfish cracker. Hope you enjoyed. Talk to you soon.